Hi everyone, I'm Vincent. Welcome to another episode of Singapore Property Advisors. Please click the subscribe button and ring the bell for latest updates.
Hi everyone, welcome back again to Singapore Property Advisors. With the circuit breaker, closure of non-essential services and businesses, rising numbers of COVID-19 infected cases, Singapore is combating the COVID-19 virus with our best efforts. The key is to prevent the infection from spreading, is by limiting this possible transmission through social distancing and avoiding places with human traffic. With all our efforts, we can control this virus spread and resume back to our usual lifestyle at the soonest. So stay home and make full use of digital technology to perform our daily tasks. Today, I would like to address the common queries I get during this COVID situation and explain some of the observations so that everyone understands what does each of the news means. First, when I shared that now is a good time to buy property in my previous videos, some responded that because of COVID, they believe property price should drop. So is that true? Let's get to the answer together. First, let's understand what causes property price to drop. Bankruptcy is one of them, where one loses their jobs and are unable to pay their monthly property installments, resulting in bank foreclosure. The second thing that causes property price to drop is when there is a large amount of units selling below its valuation price in the market. Both are usually probable in a situation of crisis and difficult times like now. So is prices going to drop? In April, MAS announces the option for deferment of property loans and premium payments for life and health insurance plans. People with home loans can defer either the principal payment or both the principal and interest payments on their property loans until December 31st this year. These arrangements aims to prevent the surge in bankruptcies and mortgage sale of properties. Back in 2008, during the property bubble, we do not have these arrangements. And in 2008, with 300,000, you can pay for down payment for 3 times 1 million property. And if any of the property's valuation depreciates to be less than what you owe the bank, a margin call happens. You may be asked to pay the difference between what you owe the bank and your property's valuation. And in 2008, when you are holding 3 properties with just 300k, it's 3 times more possible that you will go bankrupt because of the stretch of your financial commitments. Now in 2020, with the LTV and TDSR framework governing property purchases, with the same 300k, you can only buy 1 property. And if you are able to pay for the additional buyer stamp duties for your second and third property, the loan and CPF component is much higher compared to the amount of loan you are able to take. This acts like a shield to protect against the property bubble that happens in 2008. Singapore property markets over the years of evolution have created a strong safety net which provide a stable progressive growth and appreciation, hedging against inflation. In addition, in 2008, the bank interest rate is 3 to 5% for home loans, and now it's 1.5%. This makes loans more affordable and more manageable to pay off during this difficult situation. These 5 points, TDSR, which is the total debt servicing ratio, which ensures borrowers ain't over leverage, LTV, loan to value, which limits the maximum home loan amount a bank can grant you as a percentage of the property's market value, deferred payment measures, the current low interest rates, and lastly, the seller stamp duties. Besides discouraging speculation, the seller stamp duties also prevents panic selling through increased costs if you sell the property before it realizes its true value within the first 3 years. Together with the buyer stamp duties and the additional buyer stamp duties applicable for subsequent properties, flipping properties or selling properties as a quick way to raise money is no longer advantageous. Buying property hence has become a long-term investment. With well-thought planning, property crashes or market correction, even during difficult times like this, has become highly unlikely. So why did the news report Singapore private home prices turn negative, dropped 1.2% in Q1 amid coronavirus outbreak? Let us read the article in its entirety and understand the data reported. The overall private home price index did strengthen 1.2% compared to the previous quarter. However, it's also reported year-on-year, the private home index is up 2.2% compared to last year. Do note this data was COVID situation this year versus no COVID last year. So why did the price decrease compared to last quarter? Let's take a look at the contributing factors. This 2.2% dip was contributed by prices of non-landed homes in the prime areas or core central region falling by 1.5%. Do you know why? COVID? Increase in bankruptcy and foreclosure as per what we have shared. This dip is actually due to the launch of the M project in Q1 this year, which sold 70% over its preview weekend. Great sales! But why did it contribute to the dip in prices for the core central region? That's because the M project is actually although within the core CCR, it's actually located at the fringe of the CCR, and it previewed at 2,005 per square feet within the region that has projects mainly above 3,000 per square feet. This brought the overall prices down for the CCR. Did developer drop prices? Not really. What about those properties outside the core central region? The report indicates outside core central region, OCR, declined by 1%, unlike the dip in CCR. The OCR price dip is largely due to lower price projects, namely ECs, Executive Condominiums projects, Ola, and Park Canberra that was launched in Q1 this year, that brought the overall price down, as there were no new EC launches in Q4 last year. So now, understanding how the news content represent and when is the best time to buy? The short answer is now. Largely because developers are holding their prices increases due to the circuit breaker and lower sales volume expected due to the closure of show flats, but they ain't reducing their prices, but instead will increase their prices once this COVID situation gets better. Unlike what the China property market is going through now currently, where its housing market tripled its sales as it starts its recovery from the COVID lockdown in January. Are you waiting until then to buy your properties? As the world is researching on the usable COVID vaccine, are you going to be one of the buyers that will rush into buying properties when the vaccine is successful? Because market will rebound and developers will definitely raise prices to cover for their loss in sales during this soft market right now. A savvy buyer will capitalize on the soft market now when developers are holding their prices. I hope we have managed to provide the answer on price sure fall in COVID and establish the best time to buy properties during the current COVID situation. Although show flats are closed until the end of the circuit breaker period, but almost all projects have virtual showrooms that you can view at the comfort of your home, and we can conduct online viewing for these show flats with you via Zoom meetings. Developers are still collecting checks and selling their units during the circuit breaker period. Once again, take advantage of the soft market right now and buy that dream home of yours and do the long-awaited upgrading that you deserve. Don't wait until the market recovers and end up paying more than you should. Contact us for thorough assessment and introduction of the projects you're interested in. That's it for today. Stay safe, practice social distancing, and stay home as much as possible. Let's all contribute to a fast recovery from this COVID situation. Bye.